John from Just Whiskey. And remember, it's just whiskey, folks. No matter how good it is, no matter how expensive it is, no matter how hard it is to find, it's just whiskey. Today, I would like to ask you to click the like and subscribe button if you enjoy this content. And this is my first whiskey show. Welcome. Today I'm going to talk about Redbreast Cask Strength and Redbreast 12 Cask Strength. There's a brand new release in January of 2021 of this new USA exclusive Redbreast Cask Strength non-age statement. Comes in at 58.7 and they're calling it batch 1/19. So I'm assuming that's batch 1 of 2019. However, it was just released now and it was bottled in July of 2020. So I was curious why there was no age statement on it. So I emailed Middleton Distillery, who makes Redbreast, and Redbreast is all pot stilled, triple distilled whiskeys. And Middleton Distillery replied to my email and they said, quote, "I can confirm that Cask Strength," meaning this, "is the Cask Strength version of Redbreast 12. So I found that interesting, and I wondered what the difference was. So this new one does say it's small batch, and it does say some details that it was matured in the finest American oak casks and Spanish sherry butts. These whiskeys were then recast into Oloroso sherry butts to further brighten the signature sherried Redbreast style." So then I took a look at an older Redbreast 12 Cask Strength. This one here just happens to be batch B219 at 55.8%. And it says on this one that it was bottled in August of 2019. And there's no mention of small batch on this one. And there's really no mention of sherry on it either. It says, you know, like all of them, matured in the finest oak cask. On the back of the box, it does mention this distinctive sherry-influenced Redbreast style is a joy to behold. And then I have an even older one of B118, 56.2, 12-year-old, and this says right on it, non-chill filtered. So this one says non-chill filtered. This one says in its natural state. This one doesn't mention non-chill filtered. So I can't imagine any of the cask strengths being chill filtered, and I can't imagine any of them having color in them. The difference is in price. The non-age statement cask strength comes in at anywhere between $110 and $120 American. And it does say somewhere on here, I believe it said limited. I'm not sure. This bottle number on the small batch NAS Cask Strength is bottle number 2199. The Redbreast Cask Strength 12 you can pick up for about $80. So what I was curious about, there's a $30 to $40 difference in basically, from my understanding, a 12-year aged whiskey, even though this one doesn't say it. And then you're going to wonder what's in this purple bag. Well, this one here was a United States small batch, limited release, which came out in October of 2019 at 59.1%. And this was they released 4 batches, A, B, C, and D. I have batch C. And batch C, this bottle is number 152 of 252. And this one talks about some different sherry casks also, but this one states on it that it's a minimum of 14 years. And this one, like I said, was bottled in October 2019, and I paid approximately $125 for it. And I was thrilled to get my hands on it, and I don't know if it was because of the limited release of it and the price I paid, but at the time I thought it was the best whiskey I had tried as of then. Since then I've gotten into Scotch, and Scotch is my go-to favorite, but I do appreciate good Irish whiskey. And so I poured some of these out, and we'll take a little smell. They've been sitting out for at least 15-20 minutes. The reason why I call the show Just Whiskey is because, unlike many, or if not most, of the other whiskey tubers out there, I do not have that sensational palate where they can dive deep into these and describe several, if not dozens, of flavors and sensations. All I can say is what I enjoy, and I can pick up on some of the basic nuances. And every now and then I come across a bottle and I'm like, oh yeah, the light bulb goes off, and I say, okay, yeah, I smell what they smell. So what I can say about this new limited release, non-age statement, Cask Strength, is it's good. But like most Irish whiskies that I've tried, you smell that acetone, that rubbing alcohol, and I know a lot of people don't like to hear it, but it's smooth. And really, the two basic notes I pick up on this is vanilla and cocoa. And especially when the glass is done and I let it dry it out and I come back to it later and smell it, I smell cocoa, as I do with many of whiskeys. And after a while, I've been enjoying this bottle. After a while, I do notice a bit of a cigar juice, very light, but a very light cigar juice sensation, which I do like. So now the Redbreast 12 Cask Strength should have cleansed with water. And you know what I like to do too? I love these Walker shortbread cookies. And they make a good, believe it or not, I love dunking them. I know it's taboo probably. Some of you people out there are cringing. But I love dipping it in a good Irish whiskey and then eating the shortbread cookie. I enjoy them with scotch also, but not for dipping. They generally speaking, they don't complement each other with scotch whiskey, in my experience. So cheers with a shortbread cookie. I know it's not polite to talk with your mouth full, so I probably shouldn't have done that. It's down the hatch. So what I smell on this is that subtle acetone. And it's nice and crisp and refreshing, and both of these have a nice long finish in my opinion. Taking a little sip of water. Now, this is the first time I've had some of this in over a year. The bottle's a little less than half, and about 12 to 14 months ago, when it was at that level, I gassed it with the argon gas, and it's been stored in my cellar, cool, dark place. You can't get these anymore, at retail. They're long gone, obviously, But some of you might have one or two stashed away. I know I have 2 extra of this batch C tucked away. And this one's been sitting out for a while too, and you get that acetone off it too, like all these, But this one does taste creamier, in my opinion, and not just because of the cookie. I've tasted all these before I did the show, but this one tastes creamier, more smoother. It would definitely that vanilla and a little bit of cocoa powder. Not coconut. And maybe a very little bit of that cigar juice, in my opinion. So that pretty much covers it. And my mission statement here is to explore other whiskeys, probably mostly scotches. The next one I plan on doing is comparing the Glendronach 18-year-old, the 2019 release, to the 2020 release. That hopefully will be my next video. So thank you all very much. Hats off to you all. And remember, it's just whiskey.